So, I have created several dandy spelled OCs, from the original, to the not so original, to the even less original. And as it's currently heading into summer, I feel my bones melting already, I decided to create some skins for these little rascals. Specifically, I picked out 4 of them, and I'm going to be creating skins for those. The OCs I've chosen are Orion, Penny, Tostada, and B. So, with that being said, let's dive right into these on. Let's go. Our first OC is Tostada. Tostada is a toaster. That's literally it. So, I had to do a lot of thinking before pressing recording because I had no idea what I was going to do. I mean, most summer food is whatever the hell can cool you down as much as possible, and I wouldn't count bread as doing that, or toast for that matter. So, what could I do? But then it hit me. Cooler boxes. Now, I get it. Cooler boxes, toasters, they are nothing alike. Toasters are slotted, they're used to heat stuff up. Cooler boxes are meant to keep stuff cool, and they're just one giant space. But they are similar shapes, and also, if I were to arrange popsicles in rows, then it'd kind of look like bread in a toaster. So that's exactly what I did. I did a cooler box with a head, and then I slapped some popsicles in there, and called it a day. Now, the sweater is something I definitely had to change, because, it's the summer. Why would you wear a sweater when you're already being boiled alive as is? So, we definitely needed to change the sweater. But what could we change it to? Well, have you ever heard of this nifty thing called a poncho? So, naturally, keeping in the spirit of small child in large puffy clothing, I decided to give Tostada a poncho, as well as a sun symbol, because summer, why not? Maybe I could have given it something like popsicle, because they're a cooler box, but I don't know, the sun just seems more relevant. And finally, to finish everything off, I drew a sun on the side of the cooler box because, again, summer, I'm very unoriginal. But my unoriginality aside, let's move on to the next OC. The next OC for our list is B, or VV0. I told you I was unoriginal. Basically, B, as I implied with V0, is the original version of V. But after an incident, was thrown into the closet with the rest of the event tunes, and was later rediscovered by Danny. Now, going into this design, I only had one thought. I need to add a conical flask with a mini umbrella inside. A conical flask is like one of those side speakers. I'll put one on screen now. And aside from that, I literally had no idea what I'd want the design to be. So, really, most of this is just improvisation, which is why most of it isn't really to do with science, at all. Oh, by the way, B's whole thing is sciencey and whatnot, so yeah. I did manage to find a summer dress on Google which I liked, so I decided to use that as inspiration for B's outfit. Now, the dress that I found had a very revealing bra to it, so I replaced that with a crop top. And aside from that, that's basically it. This is definitely the worst of the skins that I create in this video. So don't worry, it only goes up from here. And aside from a quick tattoo that I put on her shoulder, that's basically it. Now on to the next OC. Now let's move on to our second to last and my second favourite OC, Penny. Penny is a kind of grandmotherly figure, a withered old panda doll who makes other dolls, which seems like a bit of a weird concept, but whatever. Now, fun fact about Penny, she was actually originally part of another animation company aside from Garden View, a much, much older company, one of the first. she was invented in 1901, and after her company eventually went down under, she was bought out by Gardenview and turned into a grandma because, again, she was invented in 1901. Now, you might be asking, why am I law dumping on you on OC, which you've probably never heard about before? Well, it's because, you remember when I said that Penny was invented in 1901? Well, I wanted to draw inspiration for this skin from summer themes, I guess, from around the time, and lo and behold, I found a pretty fashionable dress from the 1910s. Now, after putting in some of the details on Penny's head, I decided to work on the hat. Now, I tried a couple directions for where to put the hat, but eventually, and I mean eventually, it took quite a while, I managed to find a direction that worked. And now, in the original image, Penny's holding a dandy doll, so I decided to put that on top of her hat because I was planning something else with her hands. And I even gave Danny a little top hat. So, after finishing up with Penny's head, I decided to get to work on the dress itself, and honestly, I feel like I did quite well. I managed to capture the shape of the dress and even gave it like a gold buckle. I guess that's what it is. So, remember earlier when I said that I wanted to keep Penny's hands free so that I could do something with them? Well, I decided to add in a couple accessories to Penny just to liven up the skin. For starters, I added in a purse. No, this is not the golden purse, which is Tegan's trinket. It's a completely unrelated golden purse. But not a golden purse, you know. And I also, considering it's the summer, and these things were quite popular back in the day, I decided to throw in a parasol. A parasol is basically like an umbrella, but for the sun. Not sure how the hell that worked, but whatever, it was the 1910s. People did a lot of weird stuff back then, so who am I to judge? They're probably all dead by now, so what are they gonna say? And so, that has been Summer Penny. Honestly, I feel like I did quite well with this skin. It really encapsulates Penny's, I guess, whole vibe of being like old granny back in my day, that kind of thing. So, anyway, let's move on to our final OC, Orion. Let's go. And so, last but definitely not least, my favorite and first OC, Orion. Orion works at the recurring ice cream bar, essentially the ice cream bar from Jimmy Neutron, a bar that sells ice cream and only ice cream. He knows everything about everyone, and he notes everything down on his special notepad. Now, I have been desperate, and I mean desperate, to do a redesign of Orion, because, oh boy, that is, not the best design. I mean, hey, if you guys want to see an Orion redesign, then just let me know in the comments. But whatever, that's kind of far and flung soon. This is kind of a test run of a redesign of Orion, so let's actually get into, the redesign itself. To start off with, I knew that just like Tostada, I wanted to change Orion into some kind of different fruit. But I wasn't sure if I'd make it face paint, like it'd be a watermelon except the green parts were painted on, or whether he'd just legitimately turn into a fruit. But I decided to do neither of those. Pineapple hat, it's a hat made of, whatever. I made his stem kind of poke out from underneath the hat to prove hey, this isn't his actual stem. It's still there, it's just a hat. Now, as you can see, Orion's original design had a suit. Obviously, you wouldn't be wearing a suit in the summer, so I had to change this into something else. And what better work uniform than a pineapple shirt? It has a collar, it has buttons, it's technically work stuff, it just happens to have a picture of a pineapple splattered all over it. Now, what I said earlier with Tostada still applies. Summer food is often popular because it cools you down, and ice cream cools you down, so surely Orion would still have his titular ice cream with him, right? Ooh. Sadly, viewers, I have some bad news. Orion's entire ice cream vault has mysteriously melted under the Californian sun. Wonderful. So, he's moved over to Hawaii and is currently selling soft drinks at a pier. Orion has been given some shorts because, again, it's the summer, you are going to melt if you wear anything with long sleeves. And finally, I added on a pineapple print onto his Orion shirt because I can't be bothered to copy and paste it across the entire thing. And so, that has been all of my OC's summer skins. And there you have it, my OC's summer skins. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe, and if you guys want to see more of this stuff, maybe I'll make some of my meme OCs into summer skins, or maybe I'll make some of my advanced tunes into summer skins, or just anything you guys want or want to suggest, put it down in the comment section. But anyway, I'll see you all next time with a brand new daily video. Until then, it's all from me. Peace.